Hello, my Mossy friends! My name is Christine, aka Mossy Motham, and welcome to my channel! Today we are building a few rooms in my human representatives' houses. So we have these first two rooms are from my character Jakey, who is named after my real-life dog. We will see a laundromat as well as a space room, and then I got on to my other character, Elijah, which is named after my best friend who I used to share this island with before I got my own Switch and was able to transfer the island to me. This room that we're starting off with is the laundromat, and I was kind of stuck for a while on the wallpaper and flooring. I really liked the crepe design wall. I wanted to incorporate that. I actually have a tattoo very similar to that. The flower of life design it reminds me of. But I felt like it didn't really fit with the whole laundromat vibe, and I was kind of going for like a public laundromat, not just something that you have in your house, like a laundry room. So normally when I build rooms, I try to make them feel really cozy, and I'll add lots of like rugs and wall decorations, but I was kind of going for this as a public laundromat, and you know, you wouldn't really find rugs, and you would definitely find like concrete floors or like tile floors. That's why I kind of went with this, and I hope that the bright colors from the washing machines and the dryers kind of make things pop. And to be honest, this is a really cozy public laundromat. Like if I had this in real life, that would be awesome. A lot of times if you've ever had to go to a laundromat, they're really dirty and gross, but of course everything looks nicer in Animal Crossing. So I added security camera to make sure you're not stealing anything, and I even added a TV because if you're kind of chilling while doing your laundry, it'll help. And I didn't realize at first, but you can actually put items on top of the laundry machines, like if you see on the yellow ones, which was nice because I didn't have a ton of floor room for tables. And I like to, in general, make my builds walkable so that you can like walk through and interact with all the items. And then I thought of, I know a lot of times, because I went to college and I lived in the dorms on campus, and all the time you would find one single sock laying in a pile. So I had the idea of, because I was always finding one pair of missing socks that people would leave behind, that what if I put down some of the socks from the game that you can, you know, wear and just put them on the ground. And luckily you are able to walk over them, so it's not like interfering with your mobility. And I also put some of the NPC posters on the wall just to kind of fill it out more. Maybe they're advertisements or something. Then we go into the basement, and if you saw my last video, which was a speed build of an ice castle, it was outside the house for one of my characters, Elijah. And before I made the ice castle, I had a whole bunch of the Celeste space items. And I was thinking maybe I want to put these by my campsite, because my campsite's on the 3rd level, so it's tall and like, you know, closer to the sky. But then I was thinking, what if I just make a really cool space room? Because I never really think about some of these items being put inside, but I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I think it was a good choice of mine, if I do say so myself. I also included all of the like rocket lava lamps and the star clocks because I wanted to have the lights off and just have those being the only source of light. it was a lot of back and forth because having 3 characters on my island, I have my materials mostly on my one character, and then I have like spare furniture on another, so all of my items were kind of scattered around, and it was really hard because I'd be like, oh yeah, I need this, this, and this for this build, but oh, I don't have it on this character, so then I would have to like log out and switch characters. So it was a lot of course I like edited it out, but it was a lot of back and forth. Like for example, I realized once I put all these items together, it'd be really cool to build a few extra asteroids. And then I also realized I missed out on the spaceship item that, you know, that shoots out the little alien. So I hopped onto my other character to build those items because they have the all the Celeste DIYs. And then of course bringing them back in and building. And don't worry, I do change the background to more of a space theme. Originally, I was going to make this basement into like a Zen spa kind of area, but then I winded up putting that actually on my island outside. I really love this wallpaper because the stars actually glow in the dark, and as a kid I put so many of those little stick-on glow-in-the-dark stars, and I even had like little dinosaurs and different animal shapes, so it just made me really think of that. I still have them in my childhood bedroom, but I would always stick them on the ceiling right above like where my bed was, so whenever I'd go to bed I would just stare at them. So it was a really cool detail that when you change the lighting in the game, these stars stop glowing. And here I just switched the flying saucer into the back so I could still interact with it. And then of course I wanted the alien to be facing you. So here you can see I accidentally hit the light button, so it made the stars stop glowing, so I had to switch a wallpaper and then switch it back for it to activate. And here we are in my other character's house. We're in the basement, and I had this idea of making like an old gas station in the middle of the desert. Because I wanted to have a gas station on my island, like outside, but I already had a drive-in movie theater, so I thought it'd be too many like car items. So I added all of the different variations of the gas pumps. I also added in a "We're Open" sign, and yeah, like technically, my items are on the road, so it'd be hard to, drive through, but I didn't have that much like sand area to put, and I was going to put the road vertical, so in the center and then the left and the right would have the sand, but it just felt like how it would go straight into the wallpaper, it just kind of felt weird versus off the sides. I don't know, it would make more sense logically because then I could have more space to fit my items, but interacting with the wallpaper just, I don't know, it felt weird. Because you'll see if I try a few times. And I was very disappointed to find out that the oil barrel, you can't put items on top of it, because I had a few of them and I was really hoping on putting like the little radio or even one of the cones up there. Same thing with a tire stack. I was trying to put the like plastic container on top of there. That's why I just put one of the small diner chairs. And with all of my builds, I really like to cram as many items as possible and really fill up the space. So it was very hard not putting things on the wall, because I mean realistically, if you're out in the desert, there's nothing like hanging out by the rocks or anything. So I put all the items down, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'm done. I'm just happy with it, but I thought about pushing it further, but I couldn't think of anything. So now we are going up to the upstairs, and before this was like a bathroom spa area, and now I will be turning it into a pool by the ocean. So I've seen this a few times when I have done like dream island tours where people have the water flooring and then they put like deck rugs down to kind of make a built-in pool, and I definitely wanted to recreate that. I had some different variations of the lifeguard chair. And here we're adding in the rugs. I was going to go with a darker rug at first, but I felt like it was going to make the room seem really dark and dreary instead of make things pop against the very light blue pool floor. I added one of the poolside beds. I wanted to fit a second one in, but I didn't know where my actual item went, and then I was like, I still want to make things walkable. So, you know. And I really love the like under construction sign. I kind of made it as if it's in the front, like the rules of the pool, like no running and all of those things, like no diving. And you can see I did have a garden faucet out, but I do get rid of it later. Originally, I thought I could put custom designs down on the rug for some reason. It's only on the actual flooring that you can put custom designs, so I was gonna put like one of those foot washing stations. So I was gonna put a puddle design underneath it, and I put some shoes down. But it didn't work, and I don't know. I didn't think it really was sold because it's like brown against the brown rug, so I wanted to have that puddle underneath, and I couldn't, which was fine. And then I decided that this was another room that I wanted to have dark, so I thought of adding some palm tree lights, which is a DIY that you can craft. I think that really makes it feel tropical. And I even added on the walls some fish to kind of seem like they're swimming in the ocean. And at this point I decided that I just totally wanted to remake most of my houses. Like my main character that I play on, Chris, which is obviously like my character I'm named after, or which is obviously the character that's named after me. That house is completely done and I feel very satisfied with it, but for the other two houses I definitely want to completely renovate them. So you saw me just taking out all of the items from those rooms, just putting them into storage. And here I was a little fussy with the poolside bed and the towel basket. That's the end of this video. I definitely want to film in the future more of my room builds once I get around to them. So thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!